Hello, hello, and welcome. I am Webweaver, and I'm so glad that you have found my channel here today. This is where I do a one-card tarot reading just to give us some guidance for our day ahead. Getting business out of the way, this is for entertainment purposes only. And I am using the Dreams of Gaia tarot deck. This deck is different than traditional tarot, so I do have notes here that I refer to until I get all of this memorized. It has been a while, 5 days to be exact. I had absolutely next to no service while we were camping. Um, I had one bar in LTE service, so anything trying to go in or out took forever. Um, it ate my battery daily. It was trying to use the cell phone was not helpful, but that was kind of good because the whole idea of camping is to disconnect. So I tried to post a 30-second nature break, and for 2 days I watched as it was still pending. I don't know if it went through yet. I have to look. I hope it did, but if it didn't, I will repost it, and I think I have another one there to post as well. But yeah, talk about no service. But it was a lovely trip. The first day was a little rough because it was raining when we got there, and in a lull in the rain, we hurried up and set up our tent and got the rain fly on and discovered that the rain fly is, in fact, not. It's not waterproof, and the tent was leaking. And my husband had to run to the store that was down the road from the campground and pick up a tarp to throw over the tent. And then I had to wipe it all out and let it dry before we could set up our bedding. It was a mess. But other than that first night, it was perfect weather. It was humid, but it was beautiful. There was very little rain. We got to hike. We got to hang out at the campsite. We did quite a few hikes. Got to see some beautiful forest. So it was lovely to get away, but I'm sorry I could not get anything to post. It just was nuts. So I am back, and hopefully um, we are good. I'll try to post those nature break videos when I can. Um, but it was a lovely 5 days. So the kids were ready to come back after 4. They kind of missed their home. Our youngest one is 3, and she just kept saying, "I miss my house." So they are happy to be home. Hubby and I could have just lived there, but it's okay. So I hope you all have had a lovely 5 days or so. Okay. All right, so this reading is going to be for Tuesday, July 22nd. If I am correct in my remembering, I do not have the calendar in front of me. I believe that Tuesday the 22nd is when we are leaving Cancer season. And that is good news for us here, as our tarot reading for the year gave us the Tower for Cancer season, and it has been a Tower season. So I'm looking forward to uh, moving on from all that has crashed down and rebuilding and making it work. So, all right, Tuesday, the 22nd of July. What do we need to know for the day? What's our message for the day? What do we need to know for the day? What's our message for the day? What do we need to know for the day? What's our message for the day? What do we need to know for the day? What's our message for the day? What do we need to know for the day? All right, so I'm going to split the deck. I will read the card here. I do not read reversals, so I will flip it. Oh, there's a new one. Pardon me. That is air. And it is the Three of Air. So the Three of Air, let me bring you down because we've not seen this card before. So I definitely have to look at my notes for this one. These are beautiful cards. The Three of Air symbolizes the importance of education and study in helping us to reach our highest potential and reminds us that education should be thought of as a lifelong process. This card reminds us to move through life with the intention of learning from life, from our experiences, from the people around us, and from the world around us. Question everything. Listen to stories and different perspectives. Comprehension requires both effort and willingness in the form of time and an open mind. This card appears when there is a need to expand your mind by educating yourself in order to improve and grow. So the thought that comes to mind here for me is I'm probably paraphrasing it. I don't know who said it, but the day you stop learning is the day you die. Whether or not you physically die, it's the day you die. It is just, it's part of the human experience to learn and grow and change based on new knowledge and change your mind based on new understandings. You know, even science, which we rely on so much, as we should, it can change when new information comes in, and it does change. I'm a historian, and people think history is set in stone, and it is not. We learn new things all the time, and our understanding of our past changes all the time. So it is important that throughout your entire life, you're always learning, always adapting, always changing, always updating your information. That can be book learning, that can be just interacting with different people, maybe traveling to different parts of the country or different parts of the world. It's going to change your perspective. Uh, an example, when I was growing up, I was real big into environmental protection. I wore out the book 50 Simple Things Kids Can Do to Save the Earth. The spine just completely disintegrated. Um, and I always considered myself environmentally conscientious. I wanted to do what I could to protect the environment. But I probably didn't put as much effort into it as I should have. When I was in graduate school, I went on a field school month-long trip down to the Dominican Republic to do underwater archaeology. And I saw and swam in firsthand the garbage that gets thrown into rivers because they don't have a way of getting rid of it down there. And a lot of the traditions are based around the creation of objects from natural materials. So when you introduce a plastic fork instead of a wooden fork, they're still going to throw the fork into the river like they would have with the wooden one when it broke or they were done with it. So when it would rain, all of this trash would come out of the rivers into the ocean and eventually make its way to where we were working, the site that we were working on. And it really changed my understanding of, oh yeah, I can just throw things in the recycle bin. No, we need to stop that entirely. There needs to not be this plastic use. And that is a hard sell in today's world, and I know it. And I am just as guilty of still using plastic when necessary, but any chance I get to use metal or glass, I do. But it changed my perspective. And without that trip to another country, to another part of the world, I would never have had that change in perspective. So learn from the people around you, listen to stories, pay attention to the world around you, and be willing to learn new things. So this card is telling us tomorrow that there is a need. There is something, some area where you need to improve and grow by learning from the world and the people around you. So be aware, keep your eyes open, and be willing to put in the effort to learn from the world around you. I hope you all have a wonderful Monday evening and an enlightening Tuesday, and I will see you tomorrow for our next reading. Blessed be.